I'm not going to attempt to do a British accent. I'm gonna just keep my Torontonian accent. I've done it before on the channel, and I'm not gonna do it again. People just told me I didn't sound British. We were in London in the fall. You saw me with Cupcake Gemma, but that's not all we did. We also went on some high tea tours, or afternoon tea tours, because I hear there's a difference. So I'm gonna take you on a journey with me to both of the high teas. The first one was Bridget's Bakery High Tea Tour on a double-decker bus. We also went to the Science Afternoon Tea at the Ampersand Hotel. Two very different tea experiences, both really enjoyable, and this inspired me to come home and make my own version of a treat that I would want to eat with tea. And guess what? It's cake. Okay guys, we're about to get on the bus. It's Bridget's afternoon tea bus tour. I hope the sun comes out. Come on, London, come on.
At least it's not raining.
You're right, let's go. Let's get on before it rains. Ooh. We made it! We're gonna pass some of London's most famous spots like Buckingham Palace, Harrods. Do you think we can jump out? We'll go back to Harrods later. Big Ben, I'm gonna wave at Ben, for sure. I just want to get off of the palace. I could be a resident cake decorator. I'm so excited. It was just so beautiful. Like your tea is in a travel. Ooh, can you give me my travel mug? I want to show them. I put it in the cupboard. So you get your tea in like a travel mug, obviously, so that it doesn't spill. It's hot tea. Hello. Hello. Which is very different than the tea I'm drinking in this mug right now. This is low tea. Do you know what I mean? It's always out of this big mug. My lip gloss is plastered all over one side. I'm always pouring more hot water into this like weakened tea that I drink all day. This is low tea. So the high tea, like the afternoon teas, felt just very special.
Okay, what is this?
This is a choux pastry, which at home we would call a cream puff.
Okay. Oh, so there's cream inside.
There's cream inside.
Okay.
Oh! Oh! It's mango, I think. I think it's mango.
It's fruity.
Most of the cream puffs I've had like very traditional pastry cream, maybe a chocolate pastry cream, but I've never had a fruity pastry cream in a cream puff, which I thought was really nice and refreshing.
Last time I was here, Ben was under construction.
What? No way!
Well, he looks good, he looks good.
Red! Well.
Should we cheers?
Yeah, pinkies up.
Oh, pinkies up.
Oh, yes. I had the cucumber mint cream cheese.
And I had ham and turkey cheese.
With a mustardy mayo. Ooh, thank you. What kind of jam did you get? Strawberry? Strawberry. Ah! Don't use your jam. Okay guys, we're here. We walked off Bridget's high tea and now we're at the Ampersand Hotel for another high tea. The second high tea was stationary but beautiful. It's called the Science High Tea because it's near the Science Museum in London, and so they took a cue from that and took inspiration from that. There's a lot of molecular gastronomy.
Basically, we have got blue sugar, we got lemonade here, we have got fizzy powder and water here, and two flavor, which is strawberry and passion fruit.
Oh, mine looks like
Mine's a different
it's
color.
very Halloween-y. Okay.
Very cool.
Oh, okay.
Well, cheers. Cheers.
Are those tea?
Cheers, cheers. This is gonna be good.
I think so.
I hope
And
so.
everyone, if you're wondering whose gorgeous hand that was, you know Gracie, but this is Kieran from PME, the Cake World.
The cake world.
Yes, I know high up cake people. And then they brought the sweets on a stand, and oh, Orhan, you're gonna see, like, the whole theme was astronauts and rockets in outer space, which of course Connie loved.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, smoke show. I'm loving the attention to detail. We started with a little science experiment. They've decided to go with a science theme because they're close to the Science Museum. Amazing. Even, I just noticed we emptied this bottom tier and the plate is like outer space. It's like the orbit of all the planets. There was an interactive part where they brought this little wooden box. So it was a paintbrush, a tiny little box. You open the lid and inside the dirt was cocoa. And then you had to dig for treasures. And so there were like little chocolate dinosaurs. Wait, stop it. I got a dinosaur.
No.
Oh, another dinosaur, but like a little cute baby one. Cookiesaurus Rex. Oh yes, remember the like gelée that was in, one of the desserts was in a petri dish. You had to scoop it out.
It was a weird experience, but it was delicious.
Yeah, it was weird because when you see a petri dish, you don't think about eating out of one. At least I don't. But it was really interesting.
Hey Karen, show us what you got.
Okay, here we
Bite
go.
it. Bite your planet. Odd, isn't it?
Odd, isn't
It's
it?
good though.
It looked like it was a hard shell from the outside.
I thought it was going to be hard. I thought it was going to go everywhere. Quite clean to eat. Cleaner than I thought.
Delightful.
I've done this is the second injection I've done. This is the third injection. There's 2 in the lemonade.
Okay, it's gonna pinch a little.
Sorry, little Mac.
I'm just gonna have a regular
Here's the
Mac.
mat.
Tommy.
It's a one bite.
find
It's a
out.
one bite mat.
It's
You can't put that in your mouth.
It's a one bite. You have to put a lot of pressure on there.
oh,
I liked it.
is that citric acid? So yeah, 2 really good experiences that were not alike in any way. I wouldn't compare them. If you're a tourist and you haven't seen much of London or you don't have a lot of time in London, because I know sometimes it's a stopover on the way to somewhere else, then Bridget's afternoon tea tour is amazing because you get to experience tea and you get to see a lot of the sites that if you went on foot, you wouldn't be able to sort of cram them all in that time frame. And you can stay out of the rain if it's a rainy day in London. And when it comes to the Ampersand Hotel, their afternoon tea was amazing because it was unlike any other. It's themed in the best way possible. You know what I mean? I want to thank Visit Britain for helping us to organize all of these trips. We had the best time, and we're going to call you again because we're going to come back for more. I can't keep drinking this low tea. This is embarrassing. Okay, so I guess it's time to make the cake. I'm gonna get changed. A little fancy, and I wore this for tea, not for making cake. For any English people watching, I have a question. If you are from the UK, is it high tea or is it afternoon tea? And what is the difference? I have decided to make a Victoria sponge, which is like a classic British cake. So I'm gonna make my little Canadian Torontonian version of this. So I'm using a recipe from this book, which is illustrated step-by-step baking, and this was part of my bake book club. It's like an encyclopedia of baking. It doubles as dumbbells. We've used it to weigh down a mount. It's an excellent book. So there's a Victoria sponge recipe in here. I have multiplied it by 1.5 so I can get 3 layers. And now I'm ready to go. I get really nervous following recipes. People don't know this about me. I'll read the same line 16 times. I always crack eggs into a different bowl just because if you get a shell in there, it's harder to see. Okay, I'm just taking it. It says 50.
Okay, so you need 25 grams of egg.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is whisk the egg. Okay, so now I need 25 grams of egg.
Look at you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So now we are going to add the eggs and we're gonna make sure that they are well incorporated. So we're not gonna over mix, but we're not gonna dump all the eggs in. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I need to add the vanilla. I normally add my vanilla with the butter and sugar, but I am following this recipe. Okay, so now I have to sift in the dry ingredients, which are flour, baking powder, and salt. Okay, I'm just gonna remove this mess and then I'm going to scale the batter and put it into 3 pans. Okay, can you carry these 2? And I'll open the oven. Thank you, Helena. I don't know what it is, but you look so different. Did you cut your hair and grow a beard? There's something about you. Okay, 20 minutes. I'm doing something I've never done for the first time. Not make simple syrup, but I'm making a tea simple syrup with this tea that I bought at Harrods, which is a summer Earl Grey. Earl Grey is one of my top teas. And so what makes this special is it's a new blend and it has strawberry And since I'm putting strawberry jam in this Victoria sponge, I decided this is the perfect tea. And I bought the strawberry jam at Harrods. You have to see the jar.
Smell it.
Oh, you want to smell the tea? That's why you're here? Yeah. Okay. That's right. So while this boils, we will make tea for ourselves. Okay, so now I'm ready to add the tea bags. Let me take the heat off. I'm gonna add the tea bags. So I'm just gonna let this steep for a bit though. Okay, the tea is looking steeped. It looks steeped, doesn't it? Oh, it smells delicious. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my sugar to the tea. Put it back on the heat to dissolve. Oh, I don't need the lid. What am I doing? Just need to let this boil. The cakes are cooling, the syrup is cooling, so now I'm going to make the filling for a Victoria sponge. I always thought the filling was whipped cream. No, it's a buttercream. It's not Italian meringue, but it's just unsalted butter, icing sugar, and vanilla, whipped until light and fluffy. Ready to go. Since I'm making like the North American version of a Victoria sponge, not only am I going to put the filling and the strawberry jam, but I'm also going to put some fresh strawberries. Look at this jar. It's a jar in a jar. Never had a jar in a jar experience. It was jarring. While at Harrods, I found these butter biscuits, and they are strawberry and clotted cream. So my idea is to chop these up and put them in the, I'm layering up. Okay, so now I'm going to crush some cookies. It's not enough to dirty a food processor. So I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. Are you ready, Lil Squeeze? Because you are about to be filled with a syrup you've never been filled with before. It is Summer Earl Grey simple syrup. Sorry. Ooh. This is nice. Okay. I'm gonna assemble this cake. This is my favorite part. I have my tea simple syrup soaked cakes. I have the filling, strawberry jam, sliced strawberries, and then the strawberry clotted cream biscuits crumbled. Okay, now I'm gonna add the jam. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to sprinkle on these biscuit crumbs. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sprinkling some on the table as well. For good measure. Strawberries. Here we go, icing sugar. Is that enough for me? Yeah. The strawberry jam and the filling is really winning here. Okay, cheerio everyone. I will see you next week. What am I doing next week? I don't know, but there will be some sort of cake. I'll see you there.